These amazing structures rise from the harsh deserts of Nubia, located in modern-day Sudan and tucked within the vast Nile Valley, and were built by an African culture that was even more adept at building pyramids than the Egyptians. The pyramids were cleverly built over many decades as graves for fierce kings and warrior queens, some of whom date as far back as 800 BC, during the time that the strong Kushite people ruled this region. Many of these pyramids have resolutely survived for millennia, despite being subjected to fierce sandstorms, chilly desert winds, and the desperate efforts of determined looters carrying dynamite. More than 255 of these imposing buildings were built under the skillful direction of the ancient Kushite monarchs. The Nubian pyramids are higher and more slender than the famous Egyptian ones. They have a smaller overall footprint and use horizontal stone slabs for their exteriors, which create a high inclination of about 70 degrees. The height of the pyramids varies from a more modest 20 feet to an astonishing 100 feet. At the foot of many of them is a unique little temple that serves as a place for worshippers to give sacrifices and express reverence. Sandstone and mud bricks were largely used in the construction of the many pyramids found across Nubia. However, occasionally even more costly and rare materials were also used. Within the walls of these buildings are further intriguing mysteries and secrets. Interior of the pyramid. During the 19th and 20th centuries, brave explorers who broke through the pyramid walls for the first time found themselves in ominous chambers and threatening square archways. They discovered a fascinating world of ornate decorations and valuables as they moved closer to the burial rooms, though. The walls were decorated with carved reliefs that resembled Egyptian artwork and told stories about the people who had been buried there. These carvings revealed intricate funeral rites and highlighted conventional mummification techniques. In order to bring them wealth in the hereafter, the deceased were covered with elaborate jewelry. At the center of the pyramid, inside sarcophagi, were wooden boxes containing the remains of royal mummies. When these central chambers were explored, they occasionally turned up a treasure trove of artifacts, including fragments of bows, quivers, arrows, beautifully crafted wooden boxes, pottery, furniture, and even unusual finds like painted rocks, a whole cow, traditional Nubian eye makeup, and sonorous ringing rocks used as instruments. However, the most priceless artifacts found in these graves were painstakingly constructed objects made of gold, silver, and bronze that were set with brilliant glass diamonds. Many of these priceless things had traveled throughout the broad trade routes that the thriving Nubian cities frequented. The Nubians. Anciently, the yearly floods of the Nile submerged the nearby desert, fostering rich territory that was previously known as Kush and is now known as Nubia. The vast grasslands that sprang up in this lush area attracted beautiful animals like elephants, gazelles, and giraffes, whose engraved pictures may still be seen on the bases of the Nubian pyramids. These creatures no longer live in the harsh desert habitat despite the passing of millennia. The Kushite civilization thrived thanks to their skill in agriculture and their inspiration from the accomplishments of the Egyptians. This confluence of developments paved the way for the construction of impressive memorials to remember the deceased. The three major kingdoms of the area, Karma, Napata, and Mary, were where the Nubian pyramids first appeared. Among these, the Kingdom of Mary stands out because it is home to a magnificent collection of pyramids that, beginning with King Kashta in the 8th century BC, imitated Egyptian burial customs. This custom persisted, and it even included the burial of influential figures like Amani Shekido, a respected monarch who reigned from around 10 BC to the first year of the New Testament. Her importance was felt so strongly that her legacy was preserved in numerous monuments, palaces, and tombs all across Nubia. Nubia originally served as the center of the Nubian kingdom, which flourished from 591 BC until its final fall about 550 AD, and boasted an astounding number of pyramids. Meroe, a well-known location in Nubia, is home to some of the tallest pyramids that are embellished with elaborate carvings, paintings, and gemstones. Over time, though, these valuables ultimately drew unwanted attention. Giuseppe Verlini. 1830s, an Italian treasure seeker named Giuseppe Verlini arrived in Meroe and engaged in the plunder of pyramids. Verlini, who had earlier pledged to either return empty-handed or laden with extraordinary riches, used a brutal strategy motivated by rumors of the hidden wealth beneath. He broke from prior treasure searchers by methodically destroying pyramid after pyramid using explosives. In particular, He attacked the pyramid built for Queen Amenhotep, starting at the top and carefully working his way down. He finally found the burial room housing her sarcophagus after 2 weeks of tenacious excavation, but the sought-after wealth escaped him. Unfazed, Verlini proceeded in his search until he discovered a secret chamber filled with a variety of the queen's valuable treasures, including gold and silver jewelry of exceptional quality, including 10 bracelets, 9 shield rings, countless amulets, and 67 signet rings. Unfortunately, Verlini's activities caused the Meroe-sites more than 40 Nubian pyramids to be destroyed. After his return in 1836, he documented his findings and made an effort to sell them. But potential customers were skeptical that such an abundance of jewelry could have come from what they believed to be a primitive sub-Saharan African population. In the end, Amenhotep's jewelry was acquired by the Bavarian monarchy and placed on public display at the German Museum. The modern-day pyramids. Following Verlini's acts, archaeologists and historians have devoted their efforts to charting the Nubian pyramids in an effort to pinpoint the particular royalty for whom they were built. Notably, George Reisner set out on an expedition to study and map these structures in 1916. A rising water table caused the burial chambers to overflow, which complicated his efforts. Reisner had to stop his investigation and go home after tragedy struck and 5 workmen were killed in a stairway fall. Approximately 450 kilometers from the times of those interred, a more modern archaeological project in Sudan uncovered a collection of little pyramids. Many thousands of burial chambers are said to be located above certain major pyramids. Remote-controlled robots and cutting-edge dive equipment were used in a National Geographic-funded investigation from 2015 to 2019 to study the dangerous parts of these tombs. Due to Sudan's long history of war and turmoil, the Nubian pyramids are still mostly unknown to Westerners, despite being protected as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Unfortunately, these magnificent buildings, which stand as a testament to the powerful Kushite civilization's enduring heritage, may never regain their former towering size. The mysterious and amazing mysteries of ancient times will be revealed when you subscribe to my channel. The mighty Kushites are waiting for you to discover their secrets. If there are any old mysteries that you would want us to examine in a future video, please leave a comment. Thanks for watching.